Mm, 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 mm. Y'all, I have made maple pecan candied sweet potatoes from Bruce's Yams, no sugar added, made with Splenda. I have done smoked sausage, apples, onions, cabbage. Now let me tell you something. Y'all don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and we are about to make this one. Y'all, Roy and I have been in town this morning, and so I came home and I thought, now what in the world are we gonna have for lunch? I had a head of cabbage in the fridge. I had some just plain smoked sausage. These are beef smoked sausage. I had a couple of apples, and y'all, I have some Bruce's Yams with Splenda. They're not in heavy syrup. They're sweetened with Splenda. So I went to the pantry. I found these. So we are having cabbage and smoked sausage, and I'm gonna put a couple of apples in it. That's gonna be our main dish. And then we're having candied yams, sweetened with, no sugar added, sweetened with stevia. So I've got about 2 tablespoons, maybe 3, probably 3 tablespoons of butter in my saucepan back here. Now I drained some of the liquid out, but I didn't drain a bunch out because I want that liquid in there. And we're making these maple pecan candied yams. So I've got some maple pecan choczero syrup here. I don't have much left, but I'm gonna put what I do have, which is about probably 2 tablespoons, just enough to give it that little maple flavor. Now after they get done, I'm gonna put my pecan pantry pecans on top. These are roasted, so I'm not gonna cook them in with my yams. I've got golden monk fruit here. So I'm going to start out with 2 tablespoons. I may have to add more. And this is my autumn spice blend. I've got this on my channel in the little search bar, and that's 1 teaspoon. Just type in Grandma Rose's Open Pantry autumn spice blend, and it should come up. So, all right, I've got mine. I'm going to put it on medium high. I'm going to stir all this around, and I'm going to cook this until it cooks all that liquid out. I'm not going to put a lid on it right now. So I'm just going to cook it until it cooks all that liquid out and kind of candies them down. Now I may add a little bit more stevia. I'm not sure. So this is just plain beef, smoked sausage, and I'm cut them in half so there won't be big chunks in it. And I'm going to cut them in half again. Okay, and since this is our main dish, I'm putting a good many. This was probably a 3/4 of a pound, maybe. And I've got some bacon grease in my, about 2 tablespoons in my frying pan back here. So I'm going to brown these. While these are browning, I'm going to cut up my onion and my cabbage. Now, as soon as I get my onion cut, now I just got a medium onion here. I lost half of it. I just have a medium onion. I cut it in half. I'm going to cut it in half again, and then I'm going to kind of slice it. And I'm going to cook these in with the smoked sausage because I want them to brown. I want it to kind of caramelize. Okay, and then I'm going to cut my apple. I'm going to put my apple in because I want it to kind of caramelize too. It doesn't take long for your cabbage to cook. So that's going to be the last thing I put in. Okay. Go ahead and put my onions in with my sausage. Okay. Alright, I've got that on low. So I'm going to turn it up to 7, which is medium high. I'm going to turn this is a small burner, so I'm going to turn it up to 8 because I want it to start cooking. It's going to take a little while to cook that juice out of the potatoes. Alright, now I'm going to take my apples. Now if y'all have never had smoked sausage, apples, and cabbage together, y'all are missing a treat. Y'all go back and watch my shorts from this morning. We've got little baby chicks that hatched out overnight, and they're still hatching. When we took them out of the incubator, we had 5. Now we've got, what, 7? Mm-hmm. Now we've got 7, and there's 2 or 3 more that's peeping out trying to get out of the shell. So y'all go back and watch that little short. It's just 2 minutes. So, all right. Now, I want my apples about the same size as my onions and my cabbage. So I quartered them, and cut that quarter in half. And then I'm just slicing them. Not real thin, but just about like that. Okay? You core it, and then cut it in slices. And I've got 2 apples out here. Not sure if I'm going to do them both or not. Because I'm probably not going to do that whole head of cabbage. But I may, because I'll send it to work with our son, Mike. And so I'm going to put my apples in with my sausage and my onions. Doesn't that look good, y'all? This is going to be a delicious lunch. Alright. I am going to put this second apple in. So quarter it. Core it. And then I'm going to cut my cabbage. So my potatoes are just beginning to cook. So let me get my apple done. Let me get my cabbage cut, because y'all know how to cut up cabbage. And y'all don't want to sit there and watch me cut up the cabbage. So I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get my apples in. And then I'm going to cut my cabbage, and I'm going to put my cabbage in. And then I'll let them cook till my cabbage get done, and then everything else will be done. So see y'all back in a minute.
And this is how you cut up cabbage.
With your knife. I'm telling you what. My daughter Jenny, and I've told y'all this before, this knife is a Northern. About 2 years ago, she said, Mom, what do you want for Mother's Day? I said, I want a really, really, really good knife. So she said, well, go online and pick it out. So this is the one I chose, and let me tell you, I love it. Love it. It is so, it's wonderful. All right. And since then, I have watched on YouTube, they advertise that knife. A lot of, they're saying it's a really, really good knife. So, I know it's good to me. All right. If you can see, my apples are beginning to caramelize, my onions, and my smoked sausage. So, I'm going to put my cabbage in there, because it's not going to take this cabbage but about 10 minutes to cook. Alright. I cut my cabbage. Y'all saw about the size that I cut them, about like my other ingredients. Alright, I'm going to take that out. Alright, I cut them like that. And then, but let me tell you something. You keep your fingers away from this. You do not get your fingers. You keep them far away. And you don't look away when you're cutting either. So, okay. I think I'm going to do another little piece. of cabbage, since I'm going to send some to work with Mike. And that'll go to our chickens. These are kind of tough leaves on the outside.
I think you can just do all that cabbage, Rose.
We never throw anything away around here. If we don't eat it, our chickens, our ducks, or our quail will. So we never throw anything.
Well, most everything would starve to death if they waited us to throw something out.
All right. Look at those apples. Look at that. All right, I'm going to put a little salt. Now, you season this to your liking. Pepper. We like pepper. Now, I'm going to put the lid on it because I want to steam these cabbage. If you want to fry your cabbage, you want them fried or steamed, baby?
Doesn't matter.
If you want to fry them, you leave the lid off and just fry them down.
Fried will be fine.
But if you want to steam, then you put the lid on them and let that steam collect under your lid. Okay, I'm not going to put the rest because the way I've got it now, my apples, sauce, everything is about the right amount. So if I put more cabbage, it's going to make maybe too many cabbage. All right, you see my potatoes? Now, I tasted of them, and I'm going to put one more tablespoon of my golden monk fruit. I'm going to put a little vanilla. That's about a teaspoon and a half. Now, because it's maple pecan, if I had had more syrup, I would not do this, but I want this to have a more maple flavor. So this is called maple emulsion. So I'm going to put less than 1/8 of a teaspoon because it is so strong. So strong. So I'm just going to put a little bit. I'll show you. In this spoon, I could measure it.
2 drops. That's it.
That's all I'm going to put in there, y'all. And it will have a real maple flavor. I'm telling you, it doesn't take much at all. All right. So that was 1 tablespoon of extra monk fruit, some vanilla, a little maple. We're going to let them keep cooking. We're going to let my cabbage fry down. And we're going to have lunch. See y'all that in a little bit.
Go, Grandmama. Ooh, that looks
y'all,
good.
I want y'all to look at this. Come over here, baby. I want them to look. Apples, cabbage.
Oof.
Look at that caramelized apple.
Gracious.
Onions.
Oh, gracious.
Now you cook these as done as you want, but we like ours kind of al dente or a little bit more. We don't want them crunchy, but we don't want them mushy either. All right. Now I'm doing this for my thumbnail picture, so it'll be pretty. But if I wasn't doing that, Roy and I just get us a plate and dig in. I wouldn't be trying to make it pretty, y'all. Okay.
Well, it's sort of Thanksgiving time,
It
pumpkin
is.
time.
That's the reason I put it in the pumpkin.
Yep. Oh, it's good.
Okay. All right.
You're going to put some sweet taters around
Now,
it?
these are my yams. They're a little dark because my my autumn spice blend is a little dark. So if you don't want it to be dark, just use cinnamon. But Roy and I love this. Plus, I caramelized them down. And I put a little maple in them. So,
Oh, my.
and that made them a little darker. But
I
y'all
made
look
us
at that.
eat the pumpkin plate, too.
Ooh,
Look
y'all
at that.
look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
You talk about delicious.
Thanksgiving ready.
Thanksgiving ready. Woo. I put 1 tablespoon of stevia in my cabbage just because. Sometimes when I cook cabbage, I do put a little stevia in it. And I put 1 tablespoon of the brown, no, not stevia, of the brown monk fruit in this. Okay, I want y'all to look at that. Now, don't y'all want to come have lunch with us?
Wow. Grandma, that's good.
I'm telling you.
That's
wow.
delicious.
Woo, I am. Y'all, oh, I forgot my pecans. All right, these are roasted pecans. So, I'm not
Get you
gonna...
some pecan pantry pecans.
Yep. Pecan pantry pecans. I'm going to put them on my potatoes, not on my cabbage. So, but if you put your potatoes in your yams, sweet potatoes in a dish by themselves, then just cover it with roasted pecans. All right, these are my pecan pantry pecans. Y'all have seen me use them all the time before. I keep them in the freezer to keep them fresh. And these are out of Mansfield, Louisiana. 3 generations, family owned. Now let me tell you, these are fresh pecans. So you need to order you some. It may be a little late for Thanksgiving, but let me tell you something. You're going to start cooking for Christmas. You're going to start baking after Thanksgiving and get you some pecan pantry pecans. I will leave the link in my description box where I always have the recipe, okay? In my description box, I will leave the link. I will leave my discount code where you get a discount on them, and it's free shipping. So, get y'all's pecans and
Healthy food.
make you some maple pecan candied potatoes and cabbage and apples and onions and smoked sausage. So good. So good. All right. Oh, I guess I need to taste, don't I?
Yep.
Okay. Y'all hold on.
If you want to make healthy food taste really, really good, you just follow Grandma Rose's channel. She's got nearly 900 videos. Many. The vast majority are low sugar, low carb, some keto, some gluten-free.
After I post this one, it'll be 894.
Woo.
I didn't take it out of there because I got to take a thumbnail picture. I'm going to get some sausage and some apple and sweet potatoes.
Honey, your mouth ain't big enough for all that.
Oh, yeah, it is. Y'all. Oh. I haven't got any pecans. Y'all. Those may be canned sweet potatoes, but let me tell you one thing. They are delicious. Delicious. Even if you don't make the maple pecan, use the stevia, use the, see if you can't find the the yams with, Bruce puts them out with stevia in them.
Splenda.
And, that's Splenda.
Yeah.
That's Splenda. That's not stevia. I'm sorry. I've been saying it wrong.
Of course, there's not a lot of Splenda in there.
No.
But there's some.
No.
There's no sugar. That's the main
No,
point.
right.
Added sugar.
All right, y'all. We're about to eat. This is so good.
You're about to lose your cameraman.
Oh, listen.
I'm hungry.
Share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. Love y'all.